Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Bulldog Show. As always, please spread the word and share it with your friends. Also, as always, we're sponsored by Deters Law. Well, Freedom Fest is Saturday, 2 days away. And by the way, we've been featuring speakers. So what did the gang do? You've seen Candace Owens and Eric Trump and Don Jr. and Kim Guilfoyle and Seth Dillon with these little things. Well, they did one for me. I'm like, why do we need a meme of me? Because I'm actually doing the show. And I said, it looks very just messed up, but my producer insisted that we put this lovely picture of me up there with Freedom Fest. So I said, go ahead and I'll make fun of the fact that we're doing it. So I will be speaking at Freedom Fest. For the record, I will be speaking at Freedom Fest a little after 6 o'clock. Just to let you know, the first block is going to be a lot of Trump bikers, national anthem, some national speakers, and then the middle block is going to be a lot of speakers on topics. We're covering all the hot topics in this world with some good speakers. And then at 6 o'clock, we begin what's going to be Wesley Deters, Eric Deters, Seth Dillon, Candace Owens, Eric Trump, Kimberly Guilfoyle, and Donald Trump Jr. So that's the lineup that we got. Get there early and get yourself a seat. And remember, we got a band plan. Also, watch the final preview that I'm doing today. I'm going to cover A to Z about Freedom Fest. All right, Trump endorsed DeWine. Now, just to let you know, DeWine obviously has not been Trump's best buddy. It's been lukewarm, but what do you expect Trump to do? DeWine's running against the Democrats, so Trump endorsed DeWine. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, what are the options for it? And not only that, just to let you know, we can't all agree on everything. I mean, we just can't. We can't. It's impossible. I hope you agree on all. Like I got like 85 issues posted on my governor's site. I would hope that you could go through that list and say, man, I like Bulldog on all these things, but maybe there's a couple you don't, but you say, hey, I agree with 83. I can live with these two. Some people, it's like you can never please them. So a lot of people are upset about this. What are we supposed to do? You know? I say good for Trump endorsing DeWine. DeWine's not my kind of guy. He's not Trump's kind of guy. The Memphis murders. This is incredible because not only do you have the guy that murdered Eliza Fletcher, but now we have a 19-year-old going out there and shooting people live on social media. And both of them should never not be, neither one of them should ever be out of prison. They should have been out of prison. Can you imagine being a victim of these criminals? And let me tell you something else, too, that amazes me, is we don't hear anything from the George Floyd cult about this. Nothing. And it just proves their, I mean, just think if this was a white man that kidnapped a black female jogger, what they'd all be doing. It makes me sick. They lose all credibility with their hypocrisy. You and I get upset when anybody gets shot and killed or raped or whatever, regardless of color. Not them. Color is all that matters. My Son Hunter is a big hit from Breitbart. Crashed the internet. A friend of mine watched it, said it was nothing new that they didn't already know. Great dramatic effect. But how awesome is it that the American Communist 10 cannot prevent a platform like Breitbart from doing this? Thank goodness, because we would never see this on ABC, NBC, CBS, HBO, or any place else, would we? No. Corporate drag. Wells Fargo, I think Citibank, and some other companies are supporting kids doing drag shows. Can't make it up. Disinformation is why Hispanics are voting for Republicans. Did you know that? That's what MSNBC and all the other alphabets are saying. Hey, it's disinformation. Really? DeSantis and Rubio are both in the lead in their races in Florida. Thank goodness. You know, an LA Times reporter just went after Melania, making fun of sex life, her panties, all this, just disgusting as hell. They would never do that again if it was Jill or Michelle Obama. Never, 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 never. Poor Melania. I can tell you this, folks. Just imagine your household, your wife and your daughter, and son. Imagine a bunch of federal agents, county police, state police, whatever, coming into your home, rummaging through everything, including all your wife's clothes, your kids' rooms, and everything else. How would that make you feel? I mean, put yourself in the shoes of the Trumps. Just think of that invasion. I think about it happening to me, it'd be like, wow. Inflation. 69 million homes. I don't know how they find out these stats, but apparently there's 69 million homes. That's a lot of people. 69 million homes are cutting back on groceries, vacation, and driving due to inflation. What does that do for our economy? Sad. Howard Stern's called you and me. He said all Trump supporters are morons. No, Howard, you're a moron. You know, shock jock. He's made a living and gotten filthy rich by being outrageous. Not difficult to do. You know, once you give up all dignity and everything else, it's easy. I've told my staff before, I said, just think about all the things that we could do to get hits and views and everything else. And I would lose my dignity, my marriage, my everything, my respect, your respect for me. I mean, just think about all the stuff we could do. We could do all kinds of stuff. Stuff that involves nudity, stuff that involves sex. I mean, all that stuff. You know, good old Howard Stern says he might run for president. I used to like the guy because he was entertaining and funny, but he's gone woke. 10,000 million jobs. That's what his press secretary says he's created. 10,000 million jobs. Put some zeros behind that. That's probably a gazillion. It's so funny. European banks are so worried about the energy crisis of what it might do to protect their money that they're working on getting diesel generators as backup. Oh my God. They're descending into the medieval times, like Tucker says. Interest rates. They're saying interest rates are going to have to stay up. I was thinking about this double whammy I was explaining to my buddy Spin this morning. That you know what? It's such a double whammy because you have a situation where inflation, and then so many people have an adjustable rate mortgage that's going up, up, up. So not only do you have fewer sales, your interest rates are going up. Your cost of goods are going up. I mean, it is a double whammy. Inflation, interest rates. Fetterman, the Pennsylvania U.S. Senate candidate, Darth Vader, as I like to call him, was apparently busted using a gun to hold up a black man. They leave that alone. Now apparently he's willing to debate. By the way, you know what? You would think, well, I'm for the working man and all that stuff, but you got to have brains. You got to have credibility. This guy has lived in his parents' house as an adult male. He's sucking off somebody else in the family right now, which is all fine. But when you run for United States Senate, maybe that's not, not good. A judge has ordered Biden's press secretary and Fauci their emails sending to social media to be produced. Can you imagine what those are going to reflect? Hillary went on The View and says nobody's above the law. But her fund, an Hillary fund, actually sent $75,000 to defund police organizations. Hillary talking about nobody being above the law is a joke. Last but not least, Steve Bannon was pardoned by the president, and they're still prosecuting. He's going down in history as the first pardoned man to ever be prosecuted. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.